So I just read the question posed, why should I not believe in God? And I want to say I don't think that should ever be the aim. That should never be someone's focus or point. I think what you should try to strive towards is logical consistency. And if you're concerned with biases, which is the biggest problem that we should really have about any kind of beliefs, that biases may affect them and contort them, the only way to eliminate biases effectively is to use processes. So what we should do is develop processes of logic to come to conclusions, and then apply our things to the processes of logic that we're concerned about our biases on. So if we say something, we take something that we believe isn't real. Let's take something like fairies. And we say, let's create 10 or 15 arguments of why we should not believe in fairies. And then once we've created those 10 or 15 arguments, we try to reduce them into the most base form of what that argument really boils down to, what the function is of why we shouldn't believe that thing. And then let's say we can reduce those arguments down to 5 epistemological arguments of why we shouldn't believe in fairies. Once you have those 5 arguments, and I don't know what they are, but you've created those 5 arguments of why you shouldn't believe in fairies, then we need to prove them. Let's bring something else in that we know that we don't believe in, and let's say unicorns and leprechauns. And we push these 5 premises onto a belief in leprechauns and unicorns. And if those 5 can work to also eliminate the idea that unicorns and leprechauns are real, then we have somewhat proofed them. Now, if you want to truly proof them, then try to proof them upside something similar in context of what you're concerned about, your biases. So if it's about a god, then let's proof it with a god. Let's say Zeus. We bring Zeus in and say, what does the 5 rules say, or in what way can we apply the 5 rules that they would eliminate Zeus to say that we should not believe that Zeus is a real thing or is still active or a thing in the world. Now, if those 5 rules can also eliminate Zeus and say we should not believe that Zeus is real, then you have a solid 5 rules. Now, try to apply your faith onto those 5 rules and see if those 5 rules in some way disseminate against your God or your belief. And if one of those rules kind of works against that belief, that belief is a violation of one of those rules, well, maybe you should think about not believing that thing anymore. If all 5 of those rules works against that belief, it's almost certain to me that you shouldn't believe that thing anymore. And this is just logical consistency.